Welcome to BS Draftcast, where we are Brandon and Steven, and we are back at you with episode 18, where we will be covering the Pro Bowl and up and coming things that we may be covering coming up with this offseason. Obviously, next weekend we'll be covering the Super Bowl that's coming up between the Kansas City Chiefs and San Francisco 49ers. But with further ado, as always, I got Steven on the other line with me. Steven, how you doing today?
Doing good, man. Doing good. Just chilling on this nice Sunday afternoon.
I hear that. I hear that. um, Yeah, we just wanted to kind of touch base with just obviously just very non-exciting week. I mean, some people enjoy the Pro Bowl, some people don't enjoy the Pro Bowl. I know for us, we're not huge into the Pro Bowl scene. I think it's kind of stupid. It's not the same. I mean, I understand. Don't get these players hurt. They're making hundreds of $1,000,000, but in the same sense, this is supposed to be the best players at their respective position, and that's what the Pro Bowl was. It was a showcase of the best talent in the league going against each other and seeing which side's better, NFC or AFC. But I kind of want to hear your thoughts. Where do you stand with the Pro Bowl? What your thoughts are, and do you think this is something that they should continue? Do you think just I mean anything really? What's your thoughts on the Pro Bowl?
My thoughts are pretty much the same as yours. The Pro Bowl is just. I remember when we were younger, man, and we were growing up, and we watched the Pro Bowl, and we tuned in all the time, and we loved it. You know, we got to see all our favorite players from different teams and stuff from different conferences play, and they actually played. You know, it was actually a legitimate game, and you know, as time went on, you started to notice like corners would get less physical. The offensive line wasn't really pushing the D line too much, and you know, it kind of started to get watered down. And um, I'll be honest, I think that the NFL just kind of realized that that's what it was turning into. So they're trying to be, I don't know, a little more creative, trying to make it a little more exciting, kind of similar to what they do in the NBA. I mean, with their skills competitions and different things like that. Because the NBA has kind of gone the same way. You know, like when we were growing up, we'd watch Kobe, LeBron, Melo, and them guys actually ball out in the All Star game, and it just it's not the same. There's no real competitiveness or anything like that. So they're just trying to I don't know, they're just trying to fill time and make something that's somewhat entertaining, I guess. But yeah, this I'm not a fan.
It's honestly it's painful to watch. I mean, one of the biggest things that I remember from the Pro Bowl is Brian Moorman getting absolutely destroyed by Sean Taylor on a fake punt. And I mean, that hit today, Sean Taylor might have been suspended for an entire year from the Pro Bowl game if he would have hit someone like that in a Pro Bowl game now. But like, it's crazy to me how far away from the competitiveness of naturally that football is that it's completely gone away from, and it's just I get it. Like I said earlier, it's about not getting these $100 million players hurt, but there's no competitive nature in it at all. I mean, it's flag football. I understand everyone's having fun, but as a fan of the game, like I want to see another game. I want to see the best versus the best. Who comes out on top? And I don't think we'll ever get back to that by any stretch of the means. But it sucks to sit here and watch, and like the best catch thing. Puka Nakua caught a ball on a wakeboard, and David Njoku was trying to do a front flip off of a rope. Which, trust me, this is some athletic shit. But like, I mean, I don't care. Like, and I like both of them dudes, but like, cool. Like, congratulations. Like, I mean, I don't know what you want me to tell you. Like, I miss the days where the skills challenge was like, I mean, Drew Bledsoe and Carson Palmer, and they're lined up so you could throw the ball the farthest, and those were fun skills challenges to watch.
Yeah, they had the targets on the carts, and they'd try to hit the bullseye and stuff. Like
Uh,
they had the bench press, and
Yep.
freaking Larry Allen, of course, beat everybody. But like they just had like, I don't know, it was a little more exciting. And like, I get the flag football thing or trying to come up with something else, to it's basically what the NFL is now anyway, but it's just more, they don't have pads on,
Right.
so you know.
Right. Right. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. And
Yeah,
I mean,
everybody's a quarterback on the field here. This is kind of interesting.
to be
Okay.
honest with to be honest with you, I mean, they might have hired some of the officials from the Kansas City Chiefs too, because there's some questionable calls in this game.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, yeah, there has been quite a few questionable calls. Like the refs are true to form in this game.
To say the least.
I don't know how you get
Oh,
a flag in flag football, but whatever.
yeah, I don't get it. Ray Lewis is on the sideline snapping. I know that. Uh, but it's just you said it before. I just think that give them their Pro Bowl nod and keep it moving. I mean, maybe there are a bunch of fans out there that enjoy this and like watching this type of whatever. I don't know. I don't know what it
Yeah, I
is.
don't either. There's nothing that we can say about the Pro Bowl that hasn't already been said. I mean, it's been like this for years, and like if they're trying to be creative and come up with something to entertain the fans or whatever, and I'm sure kids like, younger kids, they probably enjoy watching it. They probably like watching the guys without the masks on and stuff, and out there throwing the ball and stuff. So kids probably enjoy it, but as an adult, this is it's painful to watch.
Yes, yeah, I couldn't agree. Um, yeah, that's. I mean, I don't really have much to say about this whole Pro Bowl thing. I don't know if you have anything more to say about it. I think we kind of summed it up in a matter of 3 minutes.
Yeah, let's move on. Oh man.
Well, so in other news in the NFL, we got we got the Super Bowl being played at Allegiant Stadium, that brand new beautiful Raider stadium. That stadium's so sick. For one, I just want to throw that out there. That stadium's a bucket list stadium. That stadium is nasty. Um, but Kansas City Chiefs, San Francisco 49ers. Uh, I know that a lot of people are saying I'm not gonna watch the Super Bowl because Kansas City and San Francisco, blah blah blah, and like I have I'm not as enthused about the Super Bowl as past Super Bowls. I know you kind of are in the same boat. Um, do I think that it could be a very good Super Bowl? I think it could be. I think it could be I think it could be a very action packed Super Bowl, but it also could be a very defensive Super Bowl in my eyes. Um, obviously, we don't want to dig too deep into the Super Bowl, considering we're gonna cover that next Saturday, or actually, no, not next Saturday, because next Saturday my daughter has a cheer competition. So, I don't know. We'll figure that out. We'll cover that at a certain time. We'll figure it out. There'll definitely be another live video prior to the Super Bowl, going over the bets, going over key factors, what each team needs to do to win, blah, blah, blah. If you watch any videos, you know how we get down, how we cover things. But, yeah, I mean, I don't know what it is about this Super Bowl. Something just doesn't have that excitement factor, which is, I don't know. And it's nothing again. Like, I like Patrick Mahomes. I like the Andy Reid. And, like, I like San Francisco. I mean, I'm not a big fan of Brock Purdy, but I like a ton of their players. Fred Warner, Greenlaw, list goes on for days. But it's something about it just doesn't seem like this is like that. And realistically, on paper, this should be like that big Super Bowl. You're like, oh, damn, this is gonna be that. This is gonna be that game. And just something there just doesn't seem right. It just doesn't seem like it's there. It doesn't have that Super Bowl, like it doesn't seem like next week is Super Bowl week. It doesn't to me. But as a football fan, obviously, Super Bowl is the biggest monumental spot in the NFL. That's what everyone works for. So It's just I don't know. There's something about it that isn't making me super crazy about it. If that makes sense.
Oh, it makes sense to me, man. I I would really like what they should do for this Super Bowl, and this is just my opinion. And he's old now, but they need to have Jim Ross call this Super Bowl. I feel
That
like
would
we're
be
on the road to
awesome.
WrestleMania.
That'd be
I feel like
awesome.
we're on the road to WrestleMania. This doesn't even feel like a Super Bowl. Like we got Taylor Swift. We got, like, oh my goodness. Like Jim Ross would have those people out of their seats, dude, just unglued. People would be glued to the TV. I mean, the story writes itself. You got Mr. Irrelevant, The guy never gave him a chance. Nobody ever gave him a chance, Nobody ever gave him a chance. But no, you got Mr. Irrelevant. You know what I'm saying? You got the Kansas City Chiefs, Big Red. Is he gonna retire if he wins another ring? They got Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce. Like, dude, I'm telling you, like, just chef's kiss. Jim Ross, get good old JR, get the King on there too.
Get the King on there.
Yeah, if I have to listen to Romo, I got to be appropriate. If I got to listen to Romo fellatiate Patrick Mahomes for 60 minutes, I'm going to lose my mind.
I mean, you're not wrong. It's definitely.
I don't know if he's calling the game or not, but
I don't know who the commentator is. To be honest with you, you might be
it doesn't
right.
matter
Though.
anymore. Yeah, it doesn't matter who it is anymore. I'm starting to like Aikman and Buck more and more every day.
Yeah, and who would ever thought we'd be saying that? To be honest.
Yeah, for real.
Tony Romo's first year as a announcer was literally it was great. You've seen football from your TV and sitting on your couch in a different aspect. And it went from being awesome to like listening you're like, damn, he called that play out. Like and him breaking down plays that the typical person wouldn't understand and he kinda just and then it's like, bro, if you could run on that field and pull your pants down in front of one of these players that you're talking about, like you would. It's just, it's crazy to me. I had, I didn't want to get too in detail there, but people can use their imagination. It's just, it's mind blowing that. And Greg Olson was on the same track, but he's gone now too. So.
Yeah, I like Greg, man, and the thing with Tony is now he tries to predict every play, and it's just.
Yes.
It's too much. He's trying to predict all of the plays now, and it's always the Jim is close. Oh, it's like, dude,
Calm
relax.
down, bro. Yeah, relax, dude.
Take a breath. You know what I mean? Chill out. It's just Patrick Mahomes, man.
We get it. He's great. He's dope. He's badass. But
one of the best ever at 28 years old. I mean, just an absolute phenom. No, it's undeniable. I don't care if you hate the Chiefs. I don't care if you hate Pat Mahomes. I don't care if you hate Travis Kelce. They, at their respective positions, two of the best to ever do it.
Ever.
And that's just the bottom
Hands
line.
down.
Like, we get it, Tony. We get it.
And
Drop
I
30.
mean,
Mr. Irrelevant. We get it.
Yeah, we know the storyline. We know
it for years.
What is that old movie? That baseball movie where he's like, Pat, we know.
We know. We know.
That's how I feel every time Romo opens his mouth. Honestly, that's seriously how I feel. It's just it's brutal to sit and watch. I mean, it is. And if he is on one team, I hope you're not a fan of the other team because you're going to rifle something through your TV because he ain't talking anything but that team. It don't matter if they're down 50 points. He's going to tell you how great that they're doing.
I when the Ravens were playing Kansas City, because you called me, I had my iPad muted. While I was watching it. I love the commentary. People are like, I can just watch it without the commentary. I love the commentary. I really do. I think it adds to it, and you get the fans and stuff. And it gives you the whole, what's the word? It gives you, like, it's
nostalgia.
Just encapsulating. It's just, yeah, you just get brought into it. It's like, oh, like, that's part of the game is the commentary. And I don't want to mute it, but I mean, it was just, I mean, it was nonstop. He'd be like, man, that Ravens defense is tough, Jim, and blah, blah, blah. And he's like, but I'll tell you what, the Kansas City Chiefs are really, you know, I'm like, dude, give us something.
Yeah,
God dang.
It didn't matter if the Ravens would have had 5 interceptions and it was a tie ball game. He would have said, "Yeah, hats off to this Ravens defense. They got 5 interceptions on the day, but I tell you what, Patrick Mahomes is really carving them up."
Patrick Mahomes, he can catch fire at any time, you know.
It was never like giving props where props were due, and that's the problem I have with Tony. Like, I get it, dude. Like, you're high on one person, and like that's okay. But as a announcer that everyone in the world's watching that likes football, like you cannot just beat one. This is why people like the storylines and people don't like people. Like, this is why people don't like Brock Purdy, because they're sick of hearing, okay, Mr. Irrelevant. Well, he's clearly not irrelevant because the dude had a great year last year and he got hurt in the championship game and obviously couldn't throw the ball, so they handed the ball off 450 times in one game. And then he comes back the following year and they're going to the Super Bowl. Like, but he's not irrelevant anymore, dude. Like, and to be honest with you, I don't know anyone that he got drafted. Like, he was apparently at the peak of however many people at that position try to get in the NFL. He was apparently better than them to be drafted. Like, I don't know how irrelevant that is, but damn, I get it. You come in the league, Mr. Irrelevant. You have a crazy run. You go to the NFC Championship your first year. All right, storyline's great. Everyone's feeding into it. Everyone loves it. But the following year, you start murdering it again. Like, dude, calm down, bro. Like, he proved that he belongs in the league and he plays in it. Well, I mean, in my eyes, Brock Purdy's a product of the system. I mean, he's like Alex Smith. He's like Jimmy Garoppolo. He goes anywhere else, I hate to break you news, but he's trash. Like, it's just what it is. But, man.
As you can tell, we're looking forward to the Super Bowl. Sorry.
Tony Romo, I can't with it. I can't. What's actually crazy is I put a post up, I think it was 2 years ago. Showed up. I want to say it was 2 years ago. And it was like yesterday. It came up on my memories or something. And my post literally said, "This is the first time in a very long time that I have not watched a single minute of the Super Bowl." Which, I can't remember what Super Bowl that was. But it's kind of crazy to think, like, I didn't watch a single minute of it. And I cannot think of who it was. It was the Super Bowl halftime show with Shakira and J-Lo, maybe? I don't know who it was. I'd have to look it up. But anyway, it literally took a year off of not watching the Super Bowl. And that's very uncharacteristic of myself, because if it's football, I'm watching it. Like, just like this USL or USFL or whatever it is, The Rock's doing, the XFL and the other league combined, which I'm really hoping turns into something, being that they're combined now. Something to watch with no football. Obviously, I watch basketball, what have you, but I don't know. Football's just will always have that place and always be that main sport.
No, I agree. I have high hopes for the USFL. I mean, I don't think it's going to be the NFL, but
no,
you know, it's going to be. There's talks of it being like almost like a developmental league for the NFL, and that could potentially be cool. It gives a lot of you know, smaller school prospects, players that maybe didn't start in their college careers who could have played for like a loaded team like Georgia or you know, Alabama, you know, those type of teams where maybe they get the chance to kind of shine in the USFL and then get caught up to the NFL. Or what I would like to see, and this may be an unpopular opinion, but what I would like to see is I would really like to see the USFL kind of take off on its own.
Yes.
And the players kind of, they're known for being in the USFL. Like that's like I want people to take pride in playing for the USFL and try and turn it into an NFL, because then that competition we always talk about, it'll make them want to one up each other, and I think that would be exciting. But that's a pipe dream.
Yeah,
Probably
absolutely.
a pipe dream.
Absolutely. And I mean, that would be good competition. Like it's kind of like, all right, here we have the NFL, and then you have this league, and they're like, damn, this league's showing out. And then the NFL goes, we better stay on top of it. I mean, people are excited for this new league now. You might be right. It might be a pipe dream, unfortunately. I just hope it's better than that trash that was on last year. What, I don't even know what the hell it was called. Was it the U.S.? What the hell was that called?
Oh, what was it? Dude, it was awful.
I was all geeked up about it, and I watched one game. I can't even say I watched one game. I watched an entire half, and I was like, nope, and I never turned it back on again.
I've watched college football games that were night and day better than that. I mean, my goodness, like.
I watched the Michigan Wolverines run the ball 37 times to close a game out. That was more exciting than that trash-ass league they had last year.
Freaking, dude, that kicker, he just missed and missed and missed. I was like, oh. I felt secondhand embarrassment. Like, I felt like I was embarrassed because of that dude, and it was weird. I was like, bro, I got to turn this shit off because I feel like a clown right now. Like,
it was bad. I couldn't believe that I even tuned in. I mean, I felt like they should have been paying me to watch it, not paying a Comcast fee every month for my Comcast. Like, they should have taken money off for me turning that channel on. It was so bad.
It was too, dude. Like, they just looked completely washed. Like, they looked like a bunch of like uncles and stuff that think, well, I still got it in me, and they just go out there with their pads on, dude, with knee braces and shit all bent up. And they just, God dang, dude. I was like, this was brutal.
Uncle Drew's out there throwing piss missiles.
Dude, I felt bad for them dudes. I was like, man, this league sucks.
Yeah, I honestly can't remember what it was called. It was so bad. And I mean, I literally watched a half of one of those games, so it's understandable why I can't remember what it is. But fun fact, NFC AFC Pro Bowl game is over, and the NFC won 64-59. And shout out to the real MVP. P-Dog is sitting on the couch actually right now and had the Pro Bowl game on at the tail end and shot me a text message so that we could release the info on the stream. Baker Mayfield got the Pro Bowl MVP. Go ahead, Baker.
Good for Baker, man. Go ahead.
B-Man. Baker Mayfield coming out with the Pro Bowl MVP, and for some reason, I cannot show any statistics of what he did, so probably the NFL wanting more money for me to look at the box score.
Dude, they freaking they give the MVPs to the quarterback even in the Pro Bowl, dude. CeeDee Lamb should have got the Pro Bowl MVP. They can still give it to the quarterback.
Yep.
That's a trip.
Hey, I tell you what, if the AFC would have won, Keenan Allen was getting Pro Bowl MVP. That dude had a passing touchdown, 3 receiving touchdowns.
As long as he had a passing touchdown, that's the only stat that matters.
Yeah, clearly.
CeeDee had 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
CeeDee went off. But
man, that's exciting. You think Baker? You think he's been like, man, I'm going to build off his performance going into next year? You know what I mean? You think he's stoked?
I mean, he might be building up to something here.
He might be. He's like, yeah, this is a performance that I think I could build off of.
Oh, what's actually funny is I'm playing a highlight right now. Hopefully, we don't get demonetized for this, but whatever. So it came down to a final second. C.J. Stroud. Last ditch effort. It was 4th and goal on like on the 3-yard line. CJ Stroud trying to fit a ball in, and he's trying to fit a ball in, and it just can't reel it in. Oh, Keenan Allen trying to get another one. But once again, Stephon Diggs didn't show up to play in the Pro Bowl. Stephon Diggs played like he did in the playoffs.
Oh man, no show Diggs.
When it matters most, Stephon Diggs doesn't show up.
Count him out.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, the Pro Bowl.
Yeah, I mean, maybe Baker does build off of this going into next season. Maybe this is a stepping stone he needed to reel them Buccaneers if they re-sign him to a Super Bowl, lead them to the Super Bowl. I mean, I don't know. This might be what Baker needed in his life.
Yeah. Who's going to be the one player going back? So that's exciting. The whole damn team's a free agent. Their whole free agent list is Buccaneers.
Yeah, you're not wrong. The whole team is on the free agent list, which is actually kind of disturbing.
I'm happy for Baker though. He had a really good year when nobody expected the Bucs to do anything. So
yeah, all jokes
aside.
Yep.
Yeah, all jokes aside. I'm happy for Baker. Good for him.
Baker came in, balled out, and now he gets to go back to the team that they might have one receiver on the roster and might have one starting defensive player returning next year because literally their entire team is on the free agency.
I think Baker is too, but he'd be done to leave.
He is on their free agency list too. Yeah, he's added to that tally. But that us talking about free agency, that is something that we are going to be covering in the upcoming episodes. That's where we got our start last year: the draft, free agency, combine, college players coming in. What we've seen from players, where we think players will fall in the draft. We obviously put out our own mock drafts, which got nuked on last year because of the chaos and mayhem that happened. But it's definitely where we got our start, and we're gonna roll right into the off season with it. There's plenty of football to cover in the off season. We will touch base on certain things in the NBA if there's any big news. But we don't want to divert from the NFL too much. It would have to be some big news, like the John Morant stuff last year. We kind of touched base on it and talked about it. But, yeah. So with the upcoming stuff, look forward to free agency talk. Look forward to salary cap talk. Look forward to players that we think teams maybe move on or they put the franchise tag on if they can't get a deal done. Where we think teams should draft, if they should trade back, they should trade up. If there's a player that teams should really lock in on. That's just all stuff that we get amped up about this kind of stuff because I mean we both have favorite teams. Obviously Steelers, he got the Ravens, but we're players fans. We're huge player fans, and that's the biggest thing. So obviously we want to see anyone from Alabama be the best ever, but I don't think that's going to happen. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of info, a lot of things that we like to cover in the off season, especially movement. Movement's fun. I love whenever you see like on that first day of free agency opening. That's like the best day ever. When we're sitting here and we're talking and we got the Roto World opened up, going over like different movements that's happening, and like I'm like, oh, breaking news, and someone got signed. Like that's the best time of the year. That's so fun to do, and I'm honestly looking forward to it.
No, I am too. I look forward to the off season. I know the off season for a lot of people isn't their cup of tea, but I really enjoy it. I like seeing what teams are doing. Sometimes there's a lot of big moves, and the draft is always, especially in recent years, just chaotic. I mean, people are just moving up left and right. So it's really exciting.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? There might be some trades that we get to cover. And that's the fun part is depending on when we're live and how long we're live. there might be times where we're in the middle of a thing and you're like, oh well, I just got a notification on my phone that this happened, and that makes it fun. It makes it extremely fun. Like honestly, I can't wait. Fun fact of the day: according to the public jail records, Patrick Mahomes Sr. was arrested today, a suspicion of DWI.
Oh boy.
The Mahomes family sure knows how to stay in the spotlight, don't they?
They do, for like all the wrong reasons.
His brother last year, his dad this year. Oh, Patrick Mahomes is just trying to play football, man. He's just trying to play football.
I think he kind of told his brother and his wife, like, hey, like, I really need you guys to chill.
Yeah, you guys need to take a sip of this sauce and chill out.
Which, good on him, because he really needed that. It was just a distraction that they really didn't need. And then here comes Taylor, but, we're not going to get into that again. But, yeah. Now in a Super Bowl, so yeah.
Hell. Yeah, but, I mean, we just wanted to throw a little quick short video out. Like I said, we want to do this on a weekly basis, keep everything rolling, keep the train rolling, make sure the wheels are still turning, we don't fall off the map and go ghost. Stay consistent. We've had a lot of people talking and a lot of people asking questions, reaching out, and it's definitely been a blast. I can't wait for the off season, and hopefully people from different fan bases jump in and they want to drop comments and talk to us while we're live, and we get to talk to them just straight out the gate, just talking straight up and get an answer immediately. So I think that'd be pretty cool. But if you have nothing else, I think I'm good, honestly.
No, I think I'm good too, man. Yeah, that's kind of what we're trying to work towards, is trying to get people, involved and kind of have debates and people to talk about their teams and like what they would like to see their team do, and free agency, the draft, and everything. How do you like the prospects, your team? Rookie quarterback. What do you guys think you're gonna do this year? Just, I don't know, just things like that. Just because we enjoy it, it's nice to have open conversations about different topics when it comes to football. So yeah, hopefully in the long run we can get that going.
Couldn't agree more. If you got nothing else, I got nothing else. No picks for the day. Probably back tomorrow with some college basketball picks, but I'll post those on Facebook or somewhere. Figure it out. But appreciate everyone stopping in, showing some love. Had a couple viewers again today. We really appreciate the support. People checking out the YouTube channel. It's continuing to grow. But with that.